Welcome back, adventurers. Today, we're diving into some exciting new updates for Tensura Reincarnated. From greater summoning magic to intense boss fights, we've got a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. Guys, just before we get into the main video, I wanted to make a short announcement that I know you have all been waiting for, and so I wanted to catch you right at the beginning of the video because I know most of you click away. It's fine, it's like a 30-minute video. Who wants to watch that, right? Who has the time for that? Anyways, so what I wanted to say was that while we don't have a release date, a specific release date for you yet, we do have something to say, and that is that the release is very near. We have added everything that we wanted, practically, for the first release, and the first release will only have a few things in it. I mean, it will have everything from Tigras, or the 1.16.5 version, and it will also have a few new systems, such as... Actually, I'm gonna just have a screen for that, but what I'm trying to say is that the time of waiting is almost done. You will very soon be able to play Tensura Reincarnated with all of your friends, make videos on it, enjoy it wherever, whenever. It will be out for the Java 1.19.2 version, and I am so looking forward to seeing you all, and I am looking forward to seeing your comments. So let me know what you think, and show me exactly how hyped you are in the comments below, and I will see you in the next segment. Alright. We're excited to introduce the new Greater Summoning system. If you've conquered the Labyrinth, as you have seen in our previous devlogs, and secured a Greater Spirit of Air, Fire, Water, and soon to be Earth and Space, you're in for a treat, because these spirits, in this case the Undine, the Ifrit, and the Sylphid, can all be summoned to fight for you. These are powerful elementals who are ready to fight at your side, and they aren't just your average summons. They'll turn the tide of battle with devastating force and very strong and powerful magics, some of which can even kill an Orc Lord. But only if you've proven your worth. Be sure to check out the Labyrinth and unlock your full potential. Now, I will smash. I will show off one of these elemental summonings. So, here I will be spawning the Greater Spirit of Fire, Ifrit. As you can see, a beautiful specimen, and we will have him fight Memoirs here. Look at him, he's so ready to fight. Memoirs, good luck. Just gonna go hit him one time, and then we'll see. As you can see, for me it's very loud. Ifrit uses varying attacks. That was fun. But yeah, anyways, Ifrit uses varying attacks, one of which is the big ball of fire above his head. Yeah. Asmin has said, summoned Ifrit has less HP and less damage than the actual Ifrit would as a boss fight. That was just to balance that because it was way too powerful. Now, each spirit brings its own unique set of skills and strengths. For example, the Undine has each spirit has a complete immunity to their own element, as well as domination of their own element, which means that they deal more damage. And they also have physical resistance, right? And they have physical resistance, which helps them survive longer, as well as a tiny bit of armor. As you can see, I'm not doing that much damage to it. These are very strong summons, and they will... Well, they can. I just had one fight an Orc Lord. Actually, we're gonna watch that. Let's go watch someone fight the Orc Lord. Anyways, in this Pokemon battle, we will have my Orc Disaster fight against his Sylphid. Let's go. Now, the Greater Elemental Sylphid is a very strong... It's a Greater Elemental and they're very strong. And to show this off, I really want to have those two fight. Look at those attacks! One massive ball of energy and a huge beam that does so much damage. But the Orc Disaster does seem to be healing. Even though it is inflicted with paralysis, which does slow it down a bit. Look at that massive beam. To help it, I will spawn an Undine as well. An Undine is a water spirit, and those are equally as powerful. They're all of the Greater Elemental sort, and they will do some massive damage to this Orc Lord. Orc Disaster, my bad. I have no clue what they're shooting. But they're inflicting fatal poison, they're inflicting paralysis. He's poisoned, not regenerating as much, and he's being slowed down constantly. While the Greater Elementals are just flying around him. Honestly, it never had a chance. Look at that, and it just pops down and explodes into mush. And my own Undine here is at 171 HP, while the Sylphid is at 83. Look at that. Now, the knowledge of the Greater Elementals will definitely be important for the next segment, which we will get to in 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, and welcome to this main segment of the devlog, where I will be fighting against the latest and greatest boss that we have added in Tensura Reincarnated, Hinata Sakaguchi. Now I will be equipped with a few very powerful abilities that will make me live a bit longer. First of all, we have Black Flame, and then Black Lightning. We're gonna ignore Sloth, I'm gonna change it up right after this. Then we have Berserker to make me do a little bit more physical damage, because Hinata in and of itself, she has a lot of armor, which means that my damage will already be mitigated by a lot. We have Mathematician, and what Mathematician does is that it turns resistances into nothing, and I believe it basically allows me to ignore dodge. That's the main part, that's the main reason why I'm using Mathematician, because she also has Mathematician, which basically means that she will have a lot of dodge and dodge ignore, so I would be fucked without Mathematician. I would just not be able to hit her. Then we have Severer, which is a powerful unique skill, one more unique skill that I will be using. And after that we have Heatwave, which I will not be using as much. Actually, that's about it. It's just gonna be these 5 abilities. The other ones are really not that useful, because Hinata has a lot of resistances, like resistances to elemental attacks, to spatial attacks, to magic attacks of all types. She also blocks magic and spatial movement, so you're kind of stuck with her. She creates like this massive barrier. Hinata is the first boss in Tensura Reincarnated, which will be based on phases. In her phase 1, she summons 5 greater spirits. At this moment it's only 4, because the 5th one, Borniuus, has not been added yet. And she enters Fault Field mode, which will block most damage. And so basically you have to fight against these spirits to enter her phase 2, which will have her use her swords and her passive abilities like Mathematician, along with Dead End Rainbow, to attack her targets and teleport around just a tiny bit. Once her HP gets under 75%, she will enter phase 3. And phase 3 is the scary one, but it's not the scariest one. Alright, let's spawn her in and pray to God. as you can see, she summons the 4 Greater Spirits. Akash is the latest one. That's why it hasn't been shown in the video right before this. And that's because that video was recorded a few weeks ago. And we had to wait until the 22nd to actually put in the Spirit and her armor. But anyways, I'm gonna be using Deathstorm as a mode of Black Lightning. And it's just gonna help me because there's so many fucking things here. And I need some help. Now, what Black Lightning does, I mean Deathstorm, it basically just summons massive lightnings, and I can use this blast mode, which looks sick, by the way. Look at that. So as I was saying, Hinata's third phase will have her use elemental strikes and elemental magic, as well as disintegration. Here she will teleport a lot. She will be a massive pain in the ass. I already had to restart like 3 or 4 different times. Like I've said, she is very strong, and these spirits are also very, very strong and very annoying. But thankfully I have Black Lightning. Alright, just fucking die already. Anyways, this is her second mode. You can see how my MP, which is the blue bar, goes down as she attacks me. And that's because infinite regeneration, which is the highest form of regeneration, is trying to keep me alive from her fucking attack. And I'm missing everything, what the fuck. Yeah. One more thing to note is that Hinata does have passive regeneration. But she also has healing spells that she uses every like 5 to 10 seconds, which will be on the screen with like a bit, which will be on the screen with a bit more detail. As you can see, she's very mobile, like in the first one, like in Tensura, like that time I got reincarnated as a slime. In the first mod, she has a lot of different abilities, and here she started using her stuff. By the way, that is Burden, I believe, and I am stuck here. Thank you, lady. Fuck. This is disintegration, by the way. It's usually very hard to resist unless you have spiritual attack resistance or nullification, which will decrease the time that you are held by the spell, Astral Binding. She also uses a few different elemental spells, like Hellflare, Blizzard, Earth Jail, and Aerial Blade, which will send you back quintillion miles. This is her third phase, by the way. And as you can see, her health is now capped at 500, which means it won't be as annoying anymore. Disintegration also has a timer, quite a long timer. It's around 40 to 50 seconds, because we felt that is so weird. Please let me go, let me go. By the way, getting hit by disintegration, I will show it on the screen right now. It will definitely kill you. There is no way to survive that. Stop fucking teleporting around everywhere, Jesus. Please let me jump up. That is Burden, by the way. It's an elemental spell. It's connected to the spell Earth Jail, and it will hold you and make you unable to jump, which is a pain in the ass. Write this, by the way. And there she goes. There she dies, I guess. The Spatial Blade is very strong, but yeah. I'm also gonna show on the screen the few times that I have died, because she absolutely deleted me. For resistances, by the way, I did take some resistances to make her not kill me instantly. Physical attack resistance, spatial attack resistance, spiritual attack resistance. So without these things, you will definitely die very quickly. And I can show that by just turning them off. I also wanted to show another move, which was her 4th phase, in which she pulls out her Holy Armament, which was basically the yellow bar, by the way. But she didn't show a different move that I wanted her to show, which was Melt Slash. But yeah, anyways, I will show Melt Slash, or what Melt Slash looks like as a video right now. But yeah, one more thing to note is that once you kill Hinata, she will 100% of the time drop a dead end rainbow. Now, what that looks like is this. Give Borniuus, Tensura, dead end rainbow. This is what it looks like. It deals 26 damage. It can deal more later on, and it also deals spiritual HP damage. But in and of itself, it deals a lot of normal HP damage. And if you kill her during phase 4, where she has the Moonlight Rapier and her like cool ass paladin armor, the holy armament, she also has a chance to drop those holy armaments and the Moonlight Rapier. Now the Moonlight Rapier looks something like this. Very cool, very kawaii. This is the Dead End Rainbow. Look at that, with the hilt and everything. It was a pain in the ass to get someone to make this. And then we have the Moonlight Rapier, which also looks sick as fuck. And it's very OP. Look, it deals 50 damage in and of itself. It has a 50% crit chance, 1.8 attack speed, 1+ attack range, barrier piercing, severance, and holy coat. Which would mean, right? Let me just turn on. Can you just censor this? Thank you. Which means that once I turn on infinite regeneration, if I were to go and fight against an orc disaster, right? Look at him. He's big, he's strong, and he knows it. But, right? Once I turn Berserker on, look at how much damage I'm doing to him. And he's never gonna regen this, by the way. Since the damage is done with Severance, there's no way for him to actually regen it. Unless, of course, if a player were to use Predate on it, or Gluttony, of course, or anything that has Isolation. Now, for players, it's a bit different. Players can regen Severance, even if they don't have Gluttony. Just wanted to say that, because I know there have been some questions. And also, this is how the Holy Armaments look. This is what the Holy Armaments look like. Now, it does have the wrong icon, but it's fine. Well, she just doesn't have a helmet, but it's fine. Look, this armor in and of itself is super OP. It has 126 armor points, which is a ton, by the way. So if I were to take off my infinite regen, right? And if I spawn, let's say, summon... What's a warden, right? Let me summon like 5 wardens here. Look. They're dealing basically no damage to me whatsoever. The Holy Armaments also have some extra engravings, which haven't been shown yet because, as I've said, they're completely new. They have elemental resistance, which means that they resist or mitigate a bit more of elemental damage. Yeah, as I've said, they resist a bit more of elemental damage. They also have elemental boost, which means they boost your elemental spells. And they have Holy Coat, which makes them more effective against monsters, I believe. Anyways, on to the next segment, where today I will be showing off a pretty unusual feature that you might not know exists in the world of Tensura, but here it is. So, the thing I will be talking about today is called engravings, and these things, they're like enchantments that are added to your weapon as your weapon gains more EP, either through just passively using them or by killing mobs. There's Zyke and Macam there in the background. Anyways, here are all of the engravings which are possible. First of all, we have Crushing. Now, what Crushing does is that it adds a physical damage boost equal to the weapon's damage, plus 5 durability damage to the target's armor, which equates Unbreaking -3. So if there was a negative Unbreaking, it would be like that. And it is also a common engravement, which means you will get it more often. Then we have Swift, and Swift adds physical damage to the 50% of your weapon's damage, plus it increases your weapon reach and attack speed. Then we have Sturdy. Now, Sturdy is also a common engravement, and it adds physical damage equal to 75% of the weapon's damage, plus max Unbreaking, which equals Unbreaking 5, and immunity to environmental destruction. For example, if you were to throw it into cactus, which is why you gave it to me, my bad. Or, for example, if you threw it in lava. Min is gonna show, see, it has Sturdy, and once you throw it on a cactus, it remains there. But for example, if I were to throw something else like this adamantite sword, whoops, it would disappear because cactus and lava destroy weapons and items. Then we have a magic weapon, which is the first uncommon engravement we will be talking about today. It adds magic weapon equal to the damage being delivered. Now remember, in Tensura there are different types of resistances, so even if you have physical damage resistance, magic damage would still go across. Magic damage would still connect, it would still hurt you. After that we have Holy Weapon, which does the same thing as Magic Weapon but with holy damage. It gives the weapon a holy coating, and here we have Min, who is twerking. Next up we have Energy Steal. Zyke, could you please come here so that I can show Energy Steal? Now, the way Energy Steal works is that it drains 1% of the max EP of the target, which is then split into MP and EP and AP from attack targets, and then the user recovers MP equal to 1/10 of the drained EP amount. Now that's a lot of words, and I'm gonna simplify that by giving you an example. So let's say I took 1000 EP from Zyke here. That would mean that I would get 500 MP and 500 AP, so mana and aura. And then the user, me, would recover 50% MP and, well, 100% MP, because the overall taken amount was 1000. Now here we have Zyke with 8000 HP, quite a lot. And here we have a sword which has Energy Steal enhancement level 80. You're never gonna get this in real life, but I'm just trying to show you how it works. So basically, once you hit Zyke a few times, all of his energy disappears and he just straight up dies. Like that, 8000 HP reduced to nothing. Next up, we have Soul Eater. And Soul Eater adds spiritual damage, so SHP damage, equal to the damage being delivered. So if you do 30 damage with a hit, then that would add another 30 SHP damage. Next up we have Severance. You might already know how Severance works due to me using Absolute Severance, which is a unique skill in Tensura Reincarnated. Now, what Severance does is that Severance blocks the HP regeneration of mobs. Now, the giant bear is never going to regenerate that HP unless I heal him. I believe it can also be done by using Lust. No, it can't. Never mind, my bad. Regeneration is not going to heal him any further, and that's all the giant bear is ever going to be. Now, this can be removed by using Gluttony Isolation. As you can see, the giant bear is fine and it's rapidly regenerating. Unfortunately, it does have to die because it's not a human. Next up, we have Mithril items. Now, all Mithril items as a base have a holy coating on them because they are made of holy materials which deal extra damage to undead targets. Yeah, next up we have magic interference. This is the Charybdis scale mail set. Why does that work that way? Why do the items disappear? Doesn't matter. Basically, once you have this entire set on you, it will provide magic interference. As you can see, with a Charybdis scale mail set, and in this case a skill shield, you get magic interference, which I believe not blocks, but mitigates magic damage, and magic jamming completely turns off magic, right? And also, one more thing that I do need to mention is how you get these engravings. Now, in Tensura Reincarnated, once I take all of this shit off, the way to get engravings is, yeah, basically you need to have a weapon that is about to reach 50,000 EP. And then once you kill something, and it crosses that 50k EP barrier, you then get your own engraving. If you're lucky, it's gonna be something good. If you're unlucky, it's gonna be Swift, like me. But it's still good. Like, this adamantite sword does 43 damage. I mean, that's insane enough itself. Look, that's 122 damage on a critical hit, which is absolutely insane. Now, if you reach 225,000 EP on your weapon, you also gain the ability to get the second engravement, which can be even better. Yeah, so we have an Orc Lord here, and once I kill this bad boy, if I can kill this bad boy, yeah, I should be a bit closer, but I'm really not. I need more sustenance. So we continue killing Orc Lords until I reach 225, one more. And I am on 225,000 now. Now you can spawn a bear again. Oh god. Here it is. It has no AI, so it can't attack me. Luckily, it doesn't really matter. We're both in creative because we're cheaters. And once I killed the Oak Disaster now and put his head on because I am better, I now get my second engravement, which is Energy Steel. Alright, one last thing that I did want to show was how even the weakest of armors can really turn into one of the most powerful. In this case, I have low Maggie Steel armor and Monster Leather D. Now this is the worst of the worst, but luckily for us it can only get better from here, as low Maggie Steel will evolve into high Maggie Steel at 18,000 EP. Now currently I'm at 1200, which means that I need to get a lot of EP, and the only way I can get that is by murdering shit. And this Orc Lord really did suffer, and he gave us very, very meager reserves. We need more sustenance. Otherwise this is gonna take way too long. Alright, here we are, Berserker. Now we have an Orc Lord, and 2 hits, he's down. I'm at 10,000 on my sword, 4.1 thousand, 2.7, and 702. So it's not really that good, but once we start killing these Orc Lords, who each have 200,000 EP at the beginning, it can only get better from here. Oh, there it is! Now, my high Maggie Steel sword has 20.9 thousand EP. My chestplate also evolved into high Maggie Steel. Same with my helmet. Look how cool it looks. My Monster Leather has been upgraded to A class on both ends. And now I just need to continue killing these Orc Disasters and to just take their EP forever and ever. And eventually, once I reach, I believe it was 52,000 EP, I will gain, my stuff will upgrade into pure Maggie Steel. As you can see, I also gained my engravings. For my sword it was Swift once again. For my pure Maggie Steel armor it hasn't happened yet, but I do have 11.4 thousand EP and to 22,000. That just confused me a bit. Right, I need more. I need more sustenance. Just make one with like 5 million EP. Right, Tensura, edit, boom, stats, EP, like 50 million. Oh shit. It's gonna take forever. Give me a second just to put on absolute severance. Alright, almost done. Almost done. He's almost dead. Yes, as you can see, once I've gained 50 million EP, my stuff got upgraded. I got slotting 3. My monster leather got upgraded into special A, and my adamantite helmet and adamantite chestplate both have 957,000 max EP, which is honestly just insane. So as you can see, you don't need to make very cool armor out of adamantite. You need to just upgrade it. Just let it be. It's about the progression. Just have some fun. Kill some dumb mobs. Next up, we've added a brand new beast to the game, the Tempest Serpent, as you can see in front of me. Look at this beautiful piece of work. Now, just like the evil centipede, it is also multi-segmented, but that just means that it can get even bigger if you name it. Now look at this. If I go ahead and name it Diablo, it gets even bigger and even better. Its EP is now around 100,000, and these snakes are no jokes. With their jet black, thorny bodies and scales tougher than steel, they're formidable enemies, and I just got 64 chests. Also, here we have a cute little hell caterpillar, also from Tensura Reincarnated. Look at these guys, way too cute. Now check this out. We're gonna see what happens when I tell my mob to go and attack it. Look at that. Diablo killed it in seconds. Wasn't that beautiful? And it drops Hellmoth Silk, which you use to build and create other stuff. It is also, as I've said, multi-segmented, which means that other people can also ride it around. As you can see with me, Min, and Macumd, you can have as many people as there are segments, which in my opinion is pretty cool. And once you're on it, you can use its special attack, which in my case reloads my shaders, but this is basically fatal poison. Macumd, could you come a bit lower? Look at that, fatal poison, which will eventually kill him, or not. I mean, he has instant regeneration, not much is gonna kill him. Now, these Tempest Serpent are equipped with 2 different abilities. The first is Heat Source Perception, which lets it track enemies, and the second, as I've just shown it here, is Poison Breath, which can deal devastating damage over time, and well, it's good for killing weak enemies. It won't really do much to stronger ones. You'll really need to be careful, and just like with the evil centipede, you have to have the luck not to spawn right next to it when you first get into the world, otherwise it's gonna be a very short playthrough. Also, you can put chests on it. Now, you can put chests on all of the segments, I believe, and each of these can then carry 2 whole sets, 2 whole rows of items, which means that one serpent could carry potentially like 20-30 chests on it, which is honestly a horrifying amount of items, and in my opinion it's one of the coolest features added to these multi-segmented mobs. I will be talking about Direwolves. Now this is the most common and the most basic variant, which is, as you can see, like grayish, and once you name it with a name like RE, very cool, very demure, very mindful, it becomes a black fang. And now, one cool feature about these direwolves is that you can change their elemental variants if they don't already have an elemental variant given to them based on the biome that they're in. So for example, if they were in the ocean biome, they would probably then get the water color, which is that one in the middle there, as you can see. This is the blue one. Alternatively, if they become black fangs, then what you can do is you can right click on them with an elemental core of any type. You cannot change their elemental type later on, and then they become a direwolf of that sort. Now here are the different types of upgrades or evolutions that they can have. From left to right we have earth, fire, air, water, and then space. Additionally, we have direwolf bosses or alphas. Now these are aggressive mobs which control the entire pack, and these guys, for example, if you were to meet them in the wild where they had an AI, they would immediately attack you, and so would all of the other direwolves. Now if they were to die, if the direwolf boss was to die with its 2 elemental variants, then the pack would immediately flock to a new leader, and you could then, because the pack is now neutral to you, you could then name that leader. And a funny thing happens once you name the leader of a direwolf pack. All of the other direwolves that are under their control would also additionally get tamed with, of course, multiplying naming cost. One more cool thing to show off about the direwolves is the star variant, which is very, very rare. I believe it was when a pack of direwolf spawns, right? There's a 70% chance to be a normal direwolf or a 30% chance to be an evolved wolf. If it is a direwolf, then it has a 1 in 100% chance to have a wolf with a star birthmark. Or if it's an evolved wolf, it has a 30% chance to be a black fang, 65% chance to be an elemental fang, and 5% to be one of these cool guys. Star birthmarked wolves can only be found in Tempest packs, and it's a 1 in 100 chance, so it's super, super rare. And once you evolve these guys, they will get a teeny tiny horn here. Or later on, they're going to get 2 horns, and look at this one. He's big, he's strong, and he has a lot of abilities. One of these is Black Lightning, or shader reload, or shaders that reload. One more cool thing is that you can change their sizes. Wait, I gotta get off this one. And when holding shift and scrolling with your mouse wheel, you can change their size or you can increase their size. So they can either be very big or they can be small. And then in their small variants, they can just follow you around. And then once I harvest festival, Force Evo, Demon Lord, boom! And then my 75 HP direwolf can become even stronger and even bigger. Well, slightly bigger, but still very cool, right? And the normal direwolves, they do not cause your shaders to reload, but rather they can do a sonic attack. I believe that is... It's a very cool attack, and it does quite a lot of damage. Also, one more thing, the Tempest Star variant can also fly somehow. I don't believe it's this one. The one that he is riding can fly. As you can see, it can jump, it can fly, and I'm bugged out. What the fuck is happening? Alright, because there's a wall here. Anyways, one more thing, one last thing to show inside of this very, very weird video, outside of being able to double ride, by the way. There's one more cool feature to show, and that's setting time. Once you set the time to midnight, your direwolves are going to start to howl at the moon. They're not gonna go to sleep, they're just gonna howl and howl and howl. This video is gonna be so full of cuts, I'm definitely not looking forward to it. Oh my god. So, whether you're looking to summon powerful elementals, take on one of the most challenging boss fights yet, or test your strength against the Tempest Serpent or other mobs, these updates have something for everyone. We can't wait to see how you will handle these new challengers, so let me know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on Tensura Reincarnated. Woohoo! This bastard. I am not hitting anything. Death Storm. Yeah, go fuck yourselves. Look at that. Black lightning for the win. Yes. Oh, I can fly. Never mind. My bad. And the spirit doesn't want to fucking die, please. I did actually forget one ability. Give me just a second. It's a multi-layer barrier. Holy shit, please. Look at her. Stupid fucking elf lady. I don't know what to do. Oh, there we go. That works. Where is she? I seem to have lost Hinata. That is, oh, there she is. Look at that. Look at that. I gave myself more magic heals so I don't die instantly. Oh, actually that is super effective. Fuck you! Why is there another fucking hole here? Why does it always have to be a fucking hole where I want to do a boss fight? Oh god, please stop. I'm fighting on 15 FPS. What the fuck though? Ha! Suck these though. Suck these balls! Alright. Where's the spirit? I feel like it's throwing shit at me, but I can't really see it. Ah, there. There you are. Little fucking bastard. That's right. Clones, get her! Kill the bitch! Kill the bitch! If I did, look, I have so little fucking MP, please stop! Stop, lady! Stop trying to touch me! Please stop! Yes, finally I can move! What the fuck? Why does it spawn me like 300 blocks underground? Fuck off, bitch! Yeah! I survived! It will all be added later and not now. Oh fuck, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Fuck off! And these fucking earth spikes are so annoying. Please stop. Oh, I survived! That's a tier 5. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Haha, 16, jeez, son. I'm so sorry, Axel.